Here we are again on the scene, this time at downtown Greenville. Gonna come down here, see, get people's opinions, why they're here at the No Kings in Greenville. Yep.
Defend the country you love.
Okay. Careful, careful. Check it out. I mean, this river goes right through the downtown. So, look, there they are. All right, so, well, guess we'll walk around. We're going to walk on that bridge, I guess. You know, just people out having a good time. Oh. I think there's a message on there.
Oh my God, yeah.
What the? How do you get to that? Nobody gave us directions where to go. Oh.
Trump is good. Go.
Than this, I can't tell if they automatically assume I'm on one side or the other. I'm not really a part of either side. Look. Let's see. That was the first Gulf of Mexico shirt I've seen today. Somebody's making money on this stuff. Look, check out the falls. Look at that. This is what you get, you know, when you come to Greenville, South Carolina. Check that out, huh? Beautiful, huh? All right. Look. Look at that. How could you have a bad day looking at that? I mean, come on. You know? It's hard to get angry looking at this, huh? Isn't that nice?
When the gremlin?
As you can see, these are very dangerous people. You know, get up. Hopefully there's drones over us ready to strike. These are dangerous people. My God. Woo! You know. What is this? What is that? Let me see.
It's a good sign.
GOP, we're more united than you think. Unfortunately, that's where we've become as a country.
Unfortunately.
Is that people, very few in Congress, on both sides, have any principles. It's
right.
One
They
of
all
those
need
deals.
All of them.
Yeah, that's why I started my own media thing, because I'm so tired of the corporate media,
Yeah.
you know, and both parties being bought out by their corporate interests. It's
Right.
ridiculous.
Well, that's what lobbying is.
Yeah, exactly. Have a good one. Take care. Did George Soros pay for your umbrella? That's what they say. They say, I mean, if so, you deserve a nice check.
Oh no, he definitely didn't. I'm
did it?
poor and I definitely paid for it.
There you go. Yeah. Apparently, you guys are all paid for by George Soros. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing here in the heat. Set it on the islands.
There you go.
Chicken feet.
We're behind enemy lines. No. Apparently, these are dangerous people. I got to be careful. An attack could happen at any moment. George Soros clearly funded everybody here. You can see it. Those checks went out, didn't they? Just stay hydrated, my friends. Just stay hydrated, right?
Just a little production.
Yeah. I always wondered who gets the microphone in protest. Huh?
I think whoever
Yeah.
organizes it.
Come on, don't you want the state to own you? Love that picture. How you doing? Yeah, very dangerous. Yeah. Now, what's funny is there's probably people just mixed in here, being grouped as, you know. That is pretty funny because I know, you automatically get labeled something just by walking through. I like your shirt. I have a '67 Caddy that was actually built in Detroit.
Good.
I love it. The old American steel, right?
There you go.
There you go, man. I like your hat. I've not seen a Jimmy Carter hat.
I got it too.
No way. Oh, that's amazing. He did not get the credit he deserved. He's such a beautiful human being. I love that. Good deal.
His presidential library is amazing, and the Carter Center does amazing things. Continues to do amazing things.
It's one thing to talk the walk. He walked it.
He
And
did.
So did his lovely wife. What a great. Oh,
Yes.
they just don't make them like that anymore.
Yes.
We need more of that though. Well, I appreciated your hats. Thank you. What? Oh, check it out. Oh, there's a taco. There it is. They need like in Vegas with an escalator.
Yeah.
Put an escalator out here. Spend a few bucks. Prostitute media showing up. I see them. There we go. There they are. And then they'll tell you how to think when they're all done getting the footage. An American flag. I thought you guys hated America. What is this? John Lennon. Amen.
When you talk
Somebody must have got over
America. Wait, we love America. Trump loves Trump. But I was told you guys don't like America.
That's what they tried.
And then they said like George Soros paid you guys for the signs.
keep trying to tell us.
I know.
One response to that.
Oh! Hey, good man. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm from that place, USA. All right. I love it.
You were the new one or the old one?
I can remember before the internet, before everybody lost their minds.
People carrying pictures of Jim and
Got to beat on Lindsey Graham.
No, yeah, look.
We'll get him.
Look.
Oh my God.
It's unfortunate. Oh, this is great. Now here you go. This is dangerous. These guys could attack at any moment.
Yeah, I'm afraid of him.
Yeah, but look, we've been infiltrated by the media on both sides, both parties. There's only a few people that you can count on that's like, okay, I could trust that guy. He's not bought and sold. The majority of people, Wall Street, the bankers, all their corporate masters, and it's like we're so low on the totem pole. And I say, you know what? You don't get a raise until we get a raise. You know, and I'm not like, trust me, I'm not a socialist by any means. But the point is like they just gave themselves a raise, like literally just a few months ago. And look at the country and the shape it's in.
We could talk on this over a drink forever.
Yes.
But here's the thing. We all had a chance to vote. A lot of us didn't vote. A lot of us voted for the wrong party because they didn't do any homework. They don't do your work. Democracy's difficult. You got to do some work. And I'm blaming the American people for that.
You know what? It was really, it's unfortunate in this country. They've dumbed down a lot of people. And I say that very heavy-heartedly because we invested so much in education. But the swing vote, it happens in like the last 10 minutes before they walk in a booth. And seriously, if you don't know what the person stands for that you're voting for.
Right. And
Don't vote.
Yeah.
The idea that everybody has to vote is completely
100%.
ridiculous.
The only thing I don't agree with you, New York Yankees.
Oh, well, that's okay. But you know what? Like this and everything else, we agree to disagree,
like it, right.
and we can still crack a beer and have a good time,
That's right.
and not hate each other because we have a difference of opinion. That's like, that has to stop. Calling people enemies, and
Yes, it does.
they, like sometimes, like even when I walk with this little thing, I'm not even with the big, I'm a private little guy. And people are very tense. Their shoulders are up. And once I start talking and their shoulders come down, like, okay, because people are so used to being attacked, portrayed in a way, oh, now with AI, you can manipulate what they say. And I hate that stuff. It's like,
I'll tell you, I have a good friend I was with yesterday. I told him I would come with you. I would love to go. But he's Indian.
okay.
And he's afraid of ICE. He said, I'm paranoid. And we put fear in people, including Congress. Congress is scared to death. Trump will have a
Oh, yeah.
primary.
Well, well, don't you think that everybody's got something on everybody in there? I mean, they just act so... I'm so tired of politicians going on these mainstream media. First off, they shouldn't even have time to have these guys have their own podcast, for God's sake. They can't even do their job. And they go on TV, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and then they turn right around and they do the opposite. And, it's like,
Look at this.
like, do we need a ballroom for more insider trading? It's like, no, we don't need that. There are people out there starving. I have people in my family who, like my mother, my aunt, their Social Security check no longer pays the bills. They have their houses paid off. These were responsible people. And now, me and my wife have to subsidize their lives just to keep them afloat. And, again, it shouldn't have been this way. And there were a series of mistakes that got us here. But until we get together and are like, hey, we need to fix this instead of just attacking people.
How about giving $20 billion to Argentina? How smart was that?
Look,
What the hell is that all about?
yeah, and matter of fact, this morning, Besson tweeted, I couldn't believe it, we're going to make Argentina great again. He actually wrote that. Go look it up on X, on both sides, actually, to actually hold their leaders accountable in both parties. I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat. It doesn't even matter. The fact of the matter is we are being taken advantage of. All of us. We're
It's
being
about
robbed
time we
every
got our shit
day.
together and raised hell.
There you go.
Right, man?
That's it, brother. I appreciate you.
Yankees, what about the Red Sox?
Oh, I have love for the Red Sox, but Whoa. I love that.
Thank
Look,
you.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
Well, now it doesn't matter.
Right.
Be a good person in this time.
Right.
Be a
That's
good
right.
person.
That's it. It's how you treat other people. The golden rule. I love that sign. That's
Be a good person.
yes. There you go. Come on, I thought you guys were supposed to be burning cars and flipping stuff and beating up the police. Come on, what are you doing?
I guess I just might be too tired.
There you go. There you go.
Instead we're screaming USA. I mean, what's wrong
What a
with it?
beautiful thing. Anytime you see Old Glory waving in the sun, it's a beautiful day. Full sign. And it's
love
like, and one of the most juvenile things is right here on the internet. Oh, somebody's paying them for their sign.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these are really professional
Doesn't
signs.
this look like a, yeah, this
Yeah.
looks like costs
Yeah.
a lot of
the check's
money.
in the mail. It's coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know, forget
And my
about Social
check for being
Security.
here.
Yeah,
My check for being here is coming too.
it's coming.
Yeah.
Hey,
Have a
God
good
bless.
day.
Have a good one. It could attack. It could attack. Oh man. Definitely scary. This is scary stuff. Oh boy. Is this the terrorist attack I was told? Is this it?
Yeah, we're really terrorized.
What do you got under that thing?
We, you don't want to know.
Love that.
No, we come in peace.
Yeah,
We come
I
in
love
peace.
that. That's great.
100%.
And I am always about more marshmallows.
There you go. God bless.
These are the important things in life.
There you go. I like your shirt.
Good. I'm glad you do.
Yeah. Are you happy with everything Trump's done so far while in office?
Absolutely love it. Yeah, I sure do.
Good. What do you think about the protest?
I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Is it their message or what?
It's all of it. This is my town. I don't like the.
Wait, what did you just say? I'm sorry. Different people coming. What is that?
Well, I mean, all these protesters coming into this town. There's a very peaceful town.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Been here all my life.
yeah.
Been here all my life and watched this beautiful town go to hell in a handbasket.
You
Basically.
think it's gone to hell in a handbasket?
Well, it has with what's going on now, don't you think?
well,
I mean,
I love Greenville. I mean, you know,
Are you from Greenville?
I am not born and raised here. No,
New York.
Yes, but I moved here
Are
back.
you going back?
No, well, no, of course not. I'm an independent.
Okay.
Look, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I just give it as it is. I'm
Yeah.
not paid by anybody.
Well, good.
I am self-funded, and
Can you take your picture? Yeah, I guess you can. A nice celebrity or something or what?
Woodstock hat. I like that. Can I just with the hat? I love that. You know, if everybody was actually at Woodstock, that said that they would, it'd be like 40 million people. Were you really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, if it's real,
I was 19.
are you kidding me?
Woodstock? Yeah.
My brother's
I was
friends.
in Mom when Woodstock was going on.
My brother's friends got to go.
I didn't get to do that. I was over in, DMZ and Plain Tree and Don Hahn all up in North Icon. But, I missed all that. While y'all were protesting, I was over
I
there.
had a friend in West Point. We were driving up from Florida to Woodstock. And we went by literally West Point. Tried to get them to come with us.
Yeah.
And we were all along here all the time. And of course, they didn't come with us. Let's think of it. We got called down to the front. We were there asking for it.
You know, there's a whole community of people who are conceived, right? You know, but hey, it's good meeting you. I know several people who actually went. I'm from up there, so.
Yeah.
So
So
I-
I always tell people, watching the movie was probably better than being there. It was unbelievable what's going on with the
I was a
rain.
little young to go, but
No
my
food,
brother's friends got to go.
That was like a survival thing.
But when it was my turn, I said.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you sir? All right, good seeing you.
But anyway, what we were talking about, I'm not a big fan. Just my perspective. When Democrats or Republicans sit there, executive order, executive order, executive order, that's where I get, hey, you know what? We have a Congress for a reason. And let's be honest, Congress in both parties don't do their job. Matter of fact,
That's exactly.
let me ask you a question.
Exactly.
Let me ask you a question. Mike Johnson, right? He's in office. And again, I'm not blaming him, but he is the leader of Congress right now. And could you justify Congress getting a raise? Let's be honest.
Oh,
I mean,
They're gonna give them
and not
some
just
raise.
him,
They're gonna
the
give
guy
them-
before him, the guy before him, the guy
gonna
before
get
him.
raises.
Right. But it's,
And
you know,
they'll
but
get paid right
at
now.
what point, you know, it's like, you know, I say, you know, from my perspective, their pay should be tied to their constituents. If their constituents, okay, so there you go. So it's like simple stuff, like, but if people don't like talk to each other and like, we need to find some sort of solution. You know, we can't just be like, oh, that guy's evil because he's wearing a Trump shirt. I think that's complete bullshit. And I'm sure that there are people who are like, want to flip, you know, I'm sure that there are people who probably want to flip you off and whatnot. You know, but again, unless people start like understanding that both parties have been bought and sold by their corporate masters and all this nonsense, we're probably laughing.
They don't realize it's a class war. It's not a politics.
Yeah.
They want to be up here and keep everybody else down.
Just like the media on
Own
both
nothing,
parties.
have nothing, and don't want nothing.
Both sides of the media are corrupt. Both of them. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Democrats and Republicans. Nobody ever does what they're supposed to.
Right.
They don't let shit up. They still hide in the Kennedy.
And I think that's how Trump got in, was because he was talking to the people saying, hey, look, those people have ripped you off for the past 50 years. I'm coming in and X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
That's how that
He
happened.
let me down this time. Though.
And the other side still hasn't figured that out.
And he is a New York thug.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt about
Hey,
that.
you know
He
what?
don't take no shit
You
off
want to know
nobody.
something? The Gambinos, what's his name? He got John Gotti arrested. I forgot his name.
Oh, Sammy? No.
That's it, Sammy Gravano.
Yeah, Sammy the Bull, yeah.
He did a podcast where he says, he didn't say it, but he insinuated, he said, listen, there's a reason why Trump's buildings got done and others didn't.
Yeah.
Now,
He's a thug.
Yep.
because Trump paid. Trump paid. He's not dumb. He's like, look, I'm investing $100 million into a building.
Yep.
I want it finished, and I'll grease the wheel if I have
Did
to.
you see him shake Macron's hand the other day and not let it go for 27 seconds? Macron kept going, walk away, and he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then he has Stormer up to the mic. He goes, guy from England's here. Let's take a look at it. And he walks up and he thinks he's there to talk, and Trump goes, okay, go back.
Yeah.
Let him talk.
Well, yeah, people can't stand him because he got a lot of money and a lot of power, and people can't stand that.
Right.
But he stopped all the illegals coming into the United States. That was a tremendous, tremendous thing. Because all they were doing is we just had to pay all their upkeep, hospitalization,
Yes.
give them Social Security, give them housing, give them food, all that stuff.
Oh, and
Well,
now
they're
they're
going to
going
get
to
free
away
buses. They're going to get free buses. They're going to get
Right.
rent control. They're going to get free grocery stores.
Well,
And it's
you
gonna
know
be
what I said? It's funny because
socialistic shithole.
I did an episode on my YouTube channel, and I said, you know, they're going to make the buses for free. You know what's going to happen? People are going to sleep on there.
Right.
You know, just like if you give away free college. You know, if you give away free college, what the colleges, what they'll do eventually is, hey, we'll give you a free car.
Yeah.
You know,
They were already doing that.
right.
People who were coming in were getting free cars and no interest mortgages, and they weren't citizens. And did you see in Minnesota in 2023? What's his name? Walls.
Walls.
Signed a bill that everybody can get driver's licenses, legal or not. Now they just go in and vote, and they ask the guy who's in charge of it, can they vote if they're illegal? He goes, well, if
Oh, I didn't know that.
If the thing says they're illegal, but they show the license, they ignore the illegal thing, and then we'll sort it out after the election. No, so everybody in Minnesota can get a license, legal or not, and then you can use that to vote. And they don't have a way of checking at the voting place because they don't have computers like that. So everybody since 2023 can vote. They stop and track the trailer drivers with licenses that say no name. They caught guys selling them.
They got a
tests.
CDL license without
Yes,
a name.
I saw
I
another
used to
guy.
have a CDL.
He put a hole in his shirt. And he put a camera there because he can't speak English. And he had someone translate the answers to the questions for the CDL test into his ear, and then close the camera.
Oh my
up.
God! You know, look. We have corruption all over the place,
Yes, on both
and
sides.
and it's, you know, I don't know. I just all I know is if it's beyond, because we're at the point where, you know, people are like done talking with each other.
Yeah.
Now you see things like Charlie Kirk
Yeah,
and all
when they
this
shoot
stuff.
a guy in the neck. they're done.
Right. Now here's the thing. You know, where do we go from here? Like, are we just, you know, I don't agree when somebody just calls Trump evil. I think that's wrong. You could disagree with the guy and come up with, again, if you have
verbal
a
argument.
different opinion, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly
But
fine.
when
It's
their opinion gets crushed, they can't go to violence.
I don't like it when
They
one
have no
side goes
answers, so they
after
just
one
go,
side and
"Hit
then the
'em."
other side, and it's all just, you know, these guys go on TV in Congress. And they're on TV all day, and they have podcasts now. These guys, you know, look, we're 27
They're
trillion
getting
in
their
debt.
makeup done before they go into
They
the
should have
Senate.
no time to be partying.
No.
I'm sorry, they should have no time to be partying.
No.
They should be doing their damn job.
A politician shouldn't sit for an alpha makeup
and I
before
don't
he goes
care.
to the Senate.
Yeah, we pay too much in taxes.
Yes.
Look what they've done to the currency since Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Yeah.
They have destroyed our currency. If you look at gold, now I don't care what fake numbers that they put out.
Right, because Fort Knox
Gold
empty.
is the real
It's a,
thing with
solid-
yeah, it's over 100%
But how
now.
come they
We've
haven't been able
lost.
to audit Fort Knox in 35 years or something?
We can't because
There's
once the
nothing
world
there.
finds out it's not there,
Our economy,
you know, because they're sort of like, well, maybe if they revalue gold,
You can
but
wipe your butt with a
forget
dollar
it.
after that.
That's what I'm saying, and we're you know, and so look, that's where I'm a sound money guy. It's but again, how do you educate people? How do you get out there and talk to
listen.
people?
Nobody
Because you're a
will listen.
racist and a fascist the minute you start talking.
Nobody
They don't
will
want to
listen.
hear your opinion. It's just racist, fascist, shut up. You have a red hat on, go away.
That's a shame. Well, I've been fortunate so far that I've gotten to talk to both sides, and they're on my YouTube, and they agree. You know what's funny? 99% of everything we just said here, they agree with.
Yeah.
And crazy is that? And a lot of the things I talk about,
I'm going to check out your channel later. and subscribe.
they love it. You know, and I go into things into the economy. And again, if I point out something negative in the economy, it's not. Again, here we go. It's not necessarily the person who's in office.
She's easy.
Look.
Things
What
take 3
I
years
try
to go into effect after you leave.
what I try to explain to an American who's an employee, somebody on Social Security, or somebody who's not, I say, listen, when we compete with China, okay, they don't have $37 trillion on their back, plus 240
Right.
trillion in unfunded liabilities.
Right.
We do. So every time an American goes out to work,
Every second.
yeah, we go out to work. We have an unfair advantage as far as that goes.
Right.
So until we clean up our mess at home, fix the currency, get the government the hell out of our business.
Like this guy right here?
What is it?
Who's
This one? This guy?
What guy?
Who invited you to the conversation?
It's a free country. I can
Well,
say
it might be.
I don't see anybody's name on the sign. I just see
It's all over your shirt.
it says you want to get fucked. It says. It looks like to me. I'm dyslexic, so I'm not sure what it says.
I think you're gonna get checked because that's not what it says. That's not
What
what
does
she
it say?
inferred.
So she's
What does
expecting
it
to be
say?
fucked.
What does it say?
It's that's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah.
You know, just from my point of view, I just wish. Oh, regardless. Again, like I just said, there.
What do you mean?
You know,
Why you calling my father a piece of shit? No, you said yeah. Dude, I'm just fucking with you. Get away from me. Get away from me. You just said that. Yeah. I'm kidding with you, all right?
So anyway, so my point is that, and let me tell you something. There's a lot of Democrats who agree with me on that point, that we have all of this on our backs when we leave our house. Okay, the size of our government. Think about it. Our government is a fraction. Our country is a fraction the size of China, but yet their government is way smaller.
Oh, yeah.
Way smaller. They are so much more efficient than we are.
And everything.
And so
Business, military.
and so that's it. Nobody, and again, every dollar has a constituent on both sides.
Yep.
And nobody wants to tell that constituent, sorry, party's over. So that's where people like Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, Lindsay needs to go.
Yeah.
He talks a good game.
Did you see Mitch McConnell fall in the hall yesterday?
Yeah,
It's terrible.
he stayed
Him and
in
Nancy
office
Pelosi, they
until
have to wheel you around by their hand,
he's in office.
and that's the problem.
What it is, think about
80-year-old people are running the
how
country.
corrupt it is that they're willing to die in their seat,
Yes.
right?
Remember they
Now
wouldn't
this
let-
is something I bet both sides would agree on. These guys stay in
Who was the judge
office.
they wouldn't let retire until she died?
They stay in office because there's so much corruption until they die.
Right.
You can't get rid of them
Because they can't give the seat to the
on
other
both
side.
sides.
Oh,
Term
yes.
limits, the only way you can do it.
Yeah, but they're never going to do that because it's
It's
self-interest.
all about the money.
The only way to do it is completely wipe out both sides.
Yeah.
And have people who only take a small stipend, who are successful already, and want to help the people be senators.
You wanna know
and
something?
congressmen and shit. You go in to help people instead of help yourself. Because lobbyists, they go right to the. You could be the nice guy in the world from Midwest, and once you get out there and someone throws $300,000 at you, you turn on the people.
See,
That's what I think.
here, yeah. Well, look, here, I was just talking to a Democrat, or I presume a Democrat, just a minute ago, and I said, elections are decided, like, believe it or not, like in the last 10 minutes, when somebody's walking into a booth, and I'm like, wait, I don't want any idiot just voting, right?
Right.
I want people who like understand who they're voting for, and so from my perspective, I want to get rid of all gang colors, all gang symbols. So people, when they go in there, you have to actually know
Right.
who you're voting for.
Right.
This idea, we're just going to vote in any ridiculous person because they have a symbol in front of their name and a
people get
color
told,
is just so ridiculous.
Vote D or just vote I. That's all they're told.
That's it.
That's all they know. D or I.
You know, and
They don't
so
look
and
at
so.
They don't look at the
Look out, you got a
issues
spook
and
coming
which
up
side's
behind
right
you.
and which side's wrong.
No,
Oh.
I just wanted to ask, like, I don't mean this as, like, I just, a genuine question, genuinely.
I love this.
Why do you like Trump?
Okay.
Like, knowing
no,
that
answer.
he,
I
like,
will.
Okay.
like knowing he's
wanna
a
go
felon
first? I will.
and that, like, he's a rapist, friends with Epstein, what makes you continue to support him?
He's a true American. He's a true American. Loves the country.
And if he hadn't got elected and stopped the country in the direction it was going in, you would be happy because it'd be socialism right now. And all the poor people would have food and all the illegals could stay, but the country would be like a third world country, Ethiopia. And then you'd be living in a dirt hut. So.
What are you supposed to be anyway?
Oh, it's from a webcomic called Homestuck. It's,
Oh, okay.
I came as something silly because
I was a Democrat. I lived in Boston for 54 years until I saw Trump come down that escalator in 2016, and I listened to his speech, and then I switched parties right there.
But do you? Is it just because he's an American? Do you not believe the fact that he's a pedophile and friends with
No, I don't.
Epstein? You don't
Where do
believe
you get
it?
that
No, because someone
Where
could
do you
call me
get
a
that
pedophile. and
Where do you
and
get
I
that
don't prove
at?
it different. Do you have proof?
Explain yourself.
You have pictures? Proof?
I don't have
Anything?
pictures on me.
No,
I know that they're
because they'd be out if they did.
there is a photo of him like shaking hands with Epstein.
He molested Epstein?
Well, anybody can shake
no.
hands
You
with a
said you got a
criminal.
picture of him molesting somebody, and he was shaking
There's-
hands with Epstein, so that means he was molesting Epstein, right?
There's also the card that was gifted from Epstein to Trump for his birthday.
It was the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
Trump
See,
wrote it.
I am very much aware that I'm a stupid person, but I'm
Oh,
still
don't say that
smart
about
enough to-
yourself. Don't say it.
There's plenty around here. Don't do that.
No.
I know,
The truth is in the Epstein files. Why do you think he's working so hard not to?
Exactly.
Exactly. That's why we. Do you guys at least agree that he should release the Epstein files?
Yeah. Right away.
Alright. Like I
Right
can
away.
respect that.
He should have done
There
it
you go.
6 months ago.
I know.
voting not to.
I,
That's
Pam
fair.
Bondi said
That's
it's
fair.
on my
That's a
desk.
fair
They should have let it out.
exactly. No, I'm with you on
And
that.
he let me down a lot. And once he got in and did that, I lost a lot of faith.
Would
But I'm not willing to go the other side that's trying to ruin my whole country and let illegals stay here and open the border completely.
I have a tough
We've already
question.
got 40 million illegals here. We don't need another 40 in 3 years like Biden.
I have a tough question.
Right.
Bill Clinton, would you give him the same leeway as you just did for Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean,
The
You know,
only
they-
thing he did
you have
no
to
good
take
was
people
NAFTA.
at their
He
word.
screwed the country on NAFTA when he did that.
Yeah.
again, it's
He tried to do right.
again. Look,
His
I
wife was
No more
Look.
manufacturing. No.
His wife was cool.
I take the Ron Paul script where
Plus, they don't wanna say no because his wife would
trade
have
should
a
be on
vote.
one piece of paper. Okay, again, it's an unfair advantage when you have all of that I talked about earlier on your back every
Right.
time you leave your house.
Right.
But again, trade should be one piece of paper. And again, the whole point of trade is like, hey, I'll trade you my apples for your bananas.
Right.
But unfortunately, America now, they give us their bananas and we're giving them printed up paper.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, we're not taking the responsibility here
No.
first. And that's where
That's why he started with the tariffs, because everybody was beating the shit out of us on things like that.
Are there things about Trump you don't like?
I don't like his arrogance.
That's a fair one.
I like that he's
That's fair.
arrogant.
Okay.
I like that he's tough and tells it like it is.
Well, I like that, but I
Do
mean,
you
he talks
believe
about I
that Tylenol
Oh, yeah, he is-
causes
yeah, he is.
autism?
That's a good one. Yeah. Like okay, here's a good question. Come
Do
on.
you believe that Tylenol causes autism?
I mean,
Whoa, Lord, have
come on.
hell,
That's
no.
a good question. All
Exactly.
right.
Bobby
All right.
Kennedy
All right.
said.
Hell no.
All right.
Just because they said it doesn't mean that it's true. They're not
That's a
doctors.
good
He's
one.
even
That
saying
was a good
he's
one.
linking it to circumcisions because they give kids Tylenol after that, saying they get it. So it's craziness.
Yeah, it's also.
I don't
it's
believe
just
everything.
genetic.
think, see, everyone
I'm
thinks
just
that
staying
you
with the
guys
side
believe
that I know
everything.
is not gonna let the
I
country
come
go
from,
downhill, open the borders, and let them all in a room.
see, I come from, I've never been able to talk to a Trump supporter.
This is
like
great. I
This
love
is
this.
great.
So all
So
I want
I
is
just-
my kids to
question.
be able
What?
to grow up
Can I ask you a
and
question?
not be forced out of their house.
What do you think about, like corruption within the media, both sides?
Oh, I think it's
Corporate
terrible.
media.
Everyone wants you to pick a side, and I think we should be banding together as the people and not choosing a side. They want us to be against each other.
What do you see now? That's where you guys agree. And what do you think about the corruption within really both parties? Being bought and sold for by their corporate masters. Wall Street, the bankers, military-industrial complex.
I think it gives the motivation for the hate to each other.
Okay.
I think that because
Do
it's
you
something
see
to
it?
nitpick.
Do you
Yes.
see it though? There you go. You guys agree. This is what I was talking about earlier.
Neither
See,
party's
you
here to
guys
help
agree
us.
a lot
They're here to
more
help
than you think.
themselves.
Exactly.
And this
They
is,
never do anything
let me
for
tell
the
you,
people.
this
They
is
do
what
stuff
they're
for
afraid
their
of. This is
lobbyists.
why they don't like
They do stuff
this.
for themselves, but they don't do
This is
anything for the
why they don't like what I'm doing right now, because God forbid you guys actually spoke and actually agreed on stuff and actually said, hey, wait a minute, that person is not entirely my enemy. We disagree.
I don't have
Yeah.
Trump supporters near me to ask.
Okay.
But I love just like
Good.
asking and like picking
You
at your
should.
brains on like the difference.
You
because-
should. You
Like
should keep
said,
asking
Jesse Files should
questions.
be out when you get into office the first day. That's bullshit. But
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what what disappointed me with Trump, and you could go back and look on YouTube. His first day in office, after saying lock her up, lock her up, lock her up,
I know
he
he said
honored her at the luncheon the first day.
Yeah.
I want to honor Hillary Clinton. And right there I says,
he said,
You know,
when he got in
come
at
on.
16, he said, I'm
Like-
not gonna lock her up.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so when are these people going to get locked up? I mean,
that's
if they
something-
committed a crime, when is it going to happen?
That's something
On both sides. There's
Right.
a bunch of them
both
that need to
sides.
go to jail.
like you refuse the National Guard until after 2 hours of the Capitol being attacked, and then you say, let them in now. Now that the place has been overrun. When they tried for 2 weeks to get them there. And Pelosi's daughter did a documentary and has
I
her
heard
on the
about
tape
that.
saying, I should have called the National Guard. I held them back
You
and I
know-
shouldn't have.
Is there anything that Trump can do or like be proven to you because you guys really like proof? If there is evidence that you
Yeah, if he
cannot
was a pedophile,
deny.
I'd want him out of office. Right away.
That's a
by
good
all
one.
means, yeah. If he's a crook, he needs to be
Yeah,
out
if
of
that's
office.
true, and he went to Epstein Island and had sex with kids, he should be shot and put out of office.
I don't think being shot is good enough because that's a quick death. I think it should be slower,
Anybody who
but-
touches a kid,
Violence is, violence, sexual assault. That's
Yeah,
just,
I-
everybody I think should agree on that.
So we can both
Do
agree.
you agree that what happened to Charlie Kirk was just a
we
horrible?
agreed on a lot of points.
I agree that killing just out of nowhere is horrible. I think they could have done it differently, in my opinion.
Yeah, like
I-
go there and talk to the guy. He was, willing to. have a-
Exactly, but I also do know that giving him empathy is not what he wanted. He thought empathy was a disease on humanity. So he said that word for word. So
But
he
when
wouldn't.
he said it, do you
But
think he
he-
thought he was going to get shot in the neck?
Yeah.
That's a good
So
point.
why would he only want empathy for himself and not other people then?
Do we agree that the violence was wrong?
I do agree that the violence
Okay,
was wrong.
there we go. So, it's
So
you
you
take.
weren't on TikTok celebrating like all those other retarded morons?
I don't really post on TikTok. I agree that he wouldn't want us to feel sorry for him, but like saying yes he's dead, I feel like that puts us as leftists in like a bad
You
light.
have a lack of humanity if you cheer someone's death, I think.
I
Unless, again, there's a pedophile.
Look, can I ask you a question then on that one? Because that's a good one. Okay, the government calls you a terrorist, bombs your boat. There's no proof.
Oh, I know.
What about those human beings?
I know.
And the people
I don't think
celebrated
that's
that.
right. He hasn't proved
So-
that those are drug boats yet.
Right. And last I checked,
Now we've
trafficking
got-
drugs is
we've
not
got 10%.
not,
We've
not-
got 10% of our military down there now.
It's-
we've got battleships. We've got B-52s flying over. We've got
It's not capital punishment for that either.
And
Maduro- and our
Maduro
Navy is
said
so
he'd give him everything
powerful.
he wanted. He'd give up. and he
Right?
said
You
no.
served. Our Navy's so powerful. That little boat. Come on, you could have stopped that thing. I mean, So I'm very much into avoiding war at all costs.
Oh, yeah. Any kind of violence.
Right. And so, it's just like it's like we don't find the humanity in things because we're not there a lot of times. And people automatically pick sides. You look at Hamas and Israel.
Yeah.
Like, I sympathize with what happened to Israel, but I can also sympathize with the innocent, not guilty, the innocent people of Gaza. And it's like, if I say that to some people, oh my God.
Why do
Because
people say, oh my
it wasn't
God?
the Gazans' fault that they
Right.
forced Israel on
Those
them
people are like slaves.
back then.
We have to realize,
They had to do something with them. No one
if we
wanted them, so
believe,
they said,
okay,
"Stick 'em
and I don't know where you
Now they wanna
stand
take
on
it
this.
over.
If we believe our voting is screwed up here, what do you think their voting is in Gaza? You think that
God.
they actually voted?
I think
I mean,
Israel- I
you
think
know what I'm
Israel-
saying? Like, do you really think that they actually voted in those maniacs? They have
I
to.
think
If they
Israel
don't, they're
is
going to get
full of
beheaded.
murderers and
Yeah, they're going to be beheaded. I mean, so
In my opinion,
what do you think voting? You think voting is like
I
corrupt
think,
in any way, or?
absolutely, yeah, because
See, look at this.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, this is great.
yeah,
yeah.
it's horrible. Everyone like here, if you by the end of the day, we only have two sides, and there's already like a winner that's like predetermined, basically.
I tend to vote for the loser. I vote a lot of libertarian.
Yeah.
I know.
You
And
know,
it's
so, yeah, I agree with her on that.
They're the most-
Literally,
they're the most
they'll
even
say the
keeled.
polls close, and a second later, oh, we got the winner. I'm like,
Libertarians are the
how'd
most
they
even
count
keeled.
that? How many what?
I don't know why just innocent people have to die. Like, there's no reason why
Anywhere.
you had to
Anywhere.
bomb
No.
an innocent.
No.
Just like, I hate that. I think war is stupid.
It should be the last resort.
Yeah, it should be last
I
resort.
think Israel should get out of Gaza and let them stay there because I don't think they should have been forced on them years
Exactly.
ago.
Why does it? Why
It
does?
wasn't their Gazans'
And
fault.
don't-
They had no place to go after Germany.
Why does getting land and oil matter so much that like?
Well, corporate masters. We're back
Money.
to corporate
It's all about
masters.
Exactly. I hate
We're
it.
back
I
to the
hate
corporate
it. I hate
masters.
that so much.
See,
It makes me-
politicians don't.
See?
They don't care about the people.
You guys agree on so
They
much.
all want to
It's-
get in with the
this
lobbyists,
is
become millionaires.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk
Yeah, this
to
is
them.
great. I love
I've
it.
never been able to like, because
I don't think either
everyone,
side helps.
I've been
everyone
dying for
always
this.
just sees that they hate each other.
Right.
Liberals and Republicans just hate each other.
They
and
see a
there's-
red hat. Oh my God! Some people go ballistic. Or if they see somebody with a sign. Oh my God! You hate them. It's
I
like
know, but like at
ridiculous.
the end of the day,
It's
we're
ridiculous.
all humans that live here, and we should just. Why can't we just figure it out? They want us to be against each other.
Yes.
And so instead
Exactly.
of just yelling at you, yelling at you, and you trying
Home
to
run.
respond, and me yelling
Home run.
louder, is not going to make me right. It's not going to make you right.
Because if they keep us hating each other, we don't pay attention to them.
Exactly.
What they're doing to us.
At the end of the day,
If we all get see, that's why they don't want us together. If we all get together and go after them, they're screwed. And they don't want you to know that.
exactly.
They want you to
like,
keep your blinders on and hate me.
you can.
Right.
Can you like
Instead of
Trump,
them.
but also agree
And
that
I'm not
he has?
doing anything to you, but we're in a hat.
Yeah. Can you like Trump but also agree that he has too much power?
He has presidential power. That's when you're a president, you have the power.
But do you think he's using it the
I think the
right
government. Let me go one step further. I think the government has
The
too much
government has
power.
too much
way? Yeah, the government.
Well,
Do you
they,
think
they,
he's
they,
fine?
they have way too much power.
Trump can't do a
In,
thing
in, in
without
the last 50 years, let me tell you something.
So
In the
no
past
liberal
50
left, liberal
years,
Congress, liberal
we have
left.
been robbed of so many freedoms. They send our brothers and sisters to war,
Yeah.
and we're losing our freedoms as they're over there saying, "Oh, this is for our freedom."
Dying for who?
No,
And-
if you're going to
Dying
do
for
that,
who?
go to D.C.
And
That's where they're stealing
And
it.
then when they do that, they're just like in their penthouses, like playing golf and laughing to each other.
Yeah.
They don't get to see
That's-
what they're doing.
They
firsthand.
use like the last big
They
one,
don't
obviously,
even-
was
they don't
after
even know what real life
9/11.
is. They don't walk down the
Look
street
at
like
all
this.
the
They don't
look
go
at the
grocery
Patriot
shopping.
Act. It was the most
Everybody came
unpatriotic
together-
piece of junk.
Everybody came together after 9/11.
Yeah, that's right.
I just
Yeah.
it really
Everybody was
frustrates
together.
I was
me
actually
how
two.
much hate
I was actually 2 blocks
Really?
when it
I never
happened,
have been.
and
I hate that.
oh, you should go. I mean,
don't like the
my neighbor
But I don't
across
want
the street,
socialism.
born and raised here.
don't want
He's,
open
now he's in his
If there's-
80s,
if
but he
there's
was
too
in his
many
70s,
parents-
and I was telling him
If
about
I
it.
can agree there's like too many
And
parents,
I
there is a
have my
problem.
relatives and friends up there
And
who
I
showed him
also
around. He
agree
flew up
that
there with his
they
wife,
shouldn't call them
and
animals
they
and
loved it.
bees.
And
Not
it's
terrorists.
like,
I said the wrong word. Not
it's
terrorists.
like,
I
yeah,
meant-
there's bad
Oh,
everywhere you go.
God.
And I'm like, but at the end of the day,
Immigrants,
it's
that's what I
like
meant, not terrorists.
the media can make anything look bad, and
That's
that's what I
exactly what it
can't
is.
stand.
You can't watch.
Like,
I'm
there
not gonna
are, like,
defend
too many immigrants
the
here.
terrible policies that I come from. I do not defend those policies, but But again, I had the choice to leave.
I think all politicians up there are crooks.
To the
Yeah.
Midwest.
Well, let me tell you,
How do you think Minnesota is all?
this is where I get. This is okay. Now here we go. Like I have friends that and family that still live up there. They live in Jersey. They live in California. They live in Oregon. They live in Illinois. My uncle was the vice president of the stock exchange in Chicago, so I have family in all those tyrannical states. Now here's the thing: I don't want to subsidize their states. In this sense, let's say now we're going to put the National Guard in those states, right? But unless the people vote in better government, it's a waste. It's a waste. Why are we? Shouldn't you look? You made the decision to vote that in. You made that decision. And anybody's going to say to me, oh, you know what? People are trapped. We got to save the people that are trapped. Homeless people move. They move. Why, if a homeless guy can move, why can't these people? If you don't want to live in that kind of an area, you don't have to. So I don't want the federal government, I'm more of a fiscal in that sense. Where I don't want, I made the choice to move to Greenville because I love it here. I just did a video during falls for Greenville. It was beautiful. And I was commenting how I was taking video of down alleyways. There wasn't one piece of garbage.
And if you didn't,
and I said, this is what people in the bigger states where I'm from should demand. They should demand that. But when they don't, then they deserve the government they get. If you want people living on the bus and jumping turnstiles and stabbing you and pricking you and walking over trash, so be it. Yeah, that's where I stand on it.
People here done pissed off all the homeless people that go in their area down
keep us at each.
Look, I grew up. Look, I grew up in a pretty depressed area, right? We were poor, but we didn't know it. But in Brooklyn. But here's the thing: if somebody was doing drugs back then it was like mostly pot, stuff like this. They went inside. They didn't just do it out in the street with needles and smoking crack or whatever, blues, doing the meth and all this nonsense. And, I'm sorry, but no, you don't get to poop on our streets and get away with it. I don't care what party you're with, You vote, you don't vote. You pull down your pants, you're going to jail. Now, with that said,
That's why I'm down here to make damn sure that they don't.
Now, with that said, it would be nice, hey, let's clean up some of these people too. Get them some of these people do need drug addiction help. They need psychological help. These people on the streets, pricking people and doing, these people you got to get these people off the street. Yeah, you got to get them off the streets. And there's different ways of doing it. Look, you get them. There's a difference. If you commit a crime, you go to jail. If you need medical help, that's different. Yeah.
I think that's what more people need.
Yes.
I love this. This is.
Sorry, I just see
They
everybody-
agree on so much.
We
It's
do.
wonderful.
The
It's
one thing that
These
we
things,
don't is
you can watch two little kids on the playground, black kid and a white kid, and walk and play with each other, not even know the difference. And then I got a red hat and you don't. And we hate each other as adults, but little kids can get along. All differences put
They're
aside.
taught to hate. They're taught to hate.
Yeah.
I think as a pedophile, he thinks that he needs more proof.
But again, those are, everybody's entitled to
think
their
they're-
opinion, right? And so what
don't
I don't
think he
want to
should be
do,
shot for it.
there you go. And you know what?
So if
You
let's
got to
say
have
they
a persuasive argument. See, that's what we're missing in this country, is to be able to have dialogue and a persuasive argument. And maybe
people just shut each other
maybe
down.
tomorrow he'll see a piece of evidence that might change his opinion, or maybe
and I'll be
you'll
out here
see.
holding your second.
Maybe you might see evidence that might say, wait a minute, he was framed on that one thing. So it's all in how you allow information to seep in and to have an open mind to be able to process the information and not automatically shut down and say he's automatically guilty or innocent. You have to give people a chance and say, okay, where's the evidence on all sides? That's I think fair.
Do
I think
you
that's
appreciate Trump stopping the illegals from coming in the United States, or do you like it?
I will honestly say I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research in that.
Stop
Fair
the
enough.
war in Israel. If it has stopped.
Yeah.
No, thank you. You can.
Come here a minute.
Hey.
Come here a minute.
I don't think he would though.
I will be. I can say that I'm very ignorant on that. Like I said,
okay.
I'm
Fair
not
enough.
a very smart person.
It's not her issue. She doesn't. She doesn't know much about it.
I love a
As
good
long as
debate.
it's
I'm Austin. Nice to meet you.
As
What's your
long
name?
as
Brian?
Really debating. I was
Debating conversation.
Well, just
Whatever
a
you want.
fair-based conversation. You know,
I'm here for it.
I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, so
Neither am I.
fair enough.
like
Oh, fair
just
enough.
looking at them because I'm goth. I'm dressed in a costume. Come on,
Do you like my sign?
I do.
Can I see it? Let's see.
Absolutely.
What is this?
I'm actually
The only boots
I'm
worth
goth.
licking.
I'm gothic. I have the fangs. I have a
What do you
bat on
mean
my
by that,
chest.
young
I
man?
just-
Well, he likes. Well,
What do you mean by that?
goth
Like Trump's
girls.
boots.
But
They're
I
saying
have
Trump's
never
a
Oh.
dictator.
been
You ain't talking about my
Oh, I thought it was more
No.
like his fetish.
No, no.
I took it as okay, fair enough.
Because in my
Trump wants you
eyes,
to lick his boots because he's a dictator.
I see the startings of 1940s Germany.
And I
Okay.
That's what I see.
agree
I mean, literally just, what was it, last week in a congressman's office, there was an American flag with a swastika on it found.
Oh, is that right? I didn't, I didn't
What
know
are we
that.
doing now?
Fair
What are
enough.
we doing?
Trump is the
Like,
felon
so-
and the
so,
pedophile.
hey.
Change that sign to say shoes, not boots. You're flipping on the wrong people now, buddy.
Why? What's
When you
the
like
word?
me.
What do you mean by that?
He's taking
Boots.
offense that he was in the service, and you're saying
I was in the
boots, he was
service.
service.
I didn't take it that way.
You didn't
I was
take it
trying to
that way?
explain
I
to
didn't
him
take
that
it
he's
that way.
saying Trump.
Because
he thinks Trump's a dictator. You
Boots
gotta
on
lick
the
his
ground
boots.
means a hell of a lot.
I understand that, and I
All
thank you for your
I,
service.
Well, thank you, but
I
I
appreciate
think
it.
change that if you're going to change it. If not, get rid of the sign.
I don't know. I mean,
My dad, he was in the military, and he says he hates the term being pulled up by your bootstraps because that's not actually possible. Because he's like, I've tied my shoes enough to know that I can't lift myself up by them.
Maybe someday.
I don't know. That was just something funny.
I think
A lot
it's.
of
I,
boots died, boy. A lot of
well,
boots died.
yeah, and
I'm not discrediting that.
and
I
that's
love
Just
why.
change it to shoes. Change it to shoes because he's never worn
I
boots.
keep it in mind, all right?
But
He never worn boots before.
who? Trump.
Trump.
Trump never wore.
He's never wore boots
It's
before.
more of a figure of speech.
Well,
for
figure
me.
of speech is wrong.
I view
Well,
You're
what's
tripping
going on in
who-
the government
You're
as
tripping
Yeah,
on
but
58,000
Is
shut
it?
down by there.
Is it?
Right,
Is
I know what you
it?
mean.
Let me ask you this.
I
Okay.
just-
Is
I
it
saw him looking at it, I
fair?
know he was in the service. That's why I jumped right in because I knew he was
Because
gonna
I don't think that was.
no.
Because intent matters. Intent matters.
I was not trying to make a jab
You know,
at the armed forces
speeches.
whatsoever.
I don't think that's what he meant. I get what you're saying.
And I absolutely, I
But-
100% validate where you're coming from.
Okay. Well,
I
that's
see
all
where
I'm
you're
saying.
coming from.
Yeah.
And I'm just letting you
Intent
know that
matters.
wasn't my intent whatsoever.
Yeah. There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because if you're a Christian,
So what issue would you like
do
to?
you think that anybody should be able
Let's
to
talk about ice. You want to talk about ice?
Here we go.
Let's talk about ice. I don't think.
You love ice? Is that what
Yeah,
you said?
I love ice.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It is fair that there are children being dragged out of their homes naked in the middle of the night.
I don't care.
any church?
They need to be. They don't need to be
Do you
here.
agree everybody in
What about those that are
is
here
allowed to
legally, that have still been
They're
detained?
legal here.
Legal immigrants that have had a
Well, then they need to let go.
that are still being detained.
Well, that's what the government is. That's what the that's what our law is all about.
That's what the law is about.
Yeah.
So you think,
until you can prove that you're a legal immigrant.
but they're not following due process.
What's due process? You shouldn't be in the country anyway.
Regardless if you're a legal citizen or not, you still have the right to due process.
Not if you broke the law, you don't have any rights. You don't have any right to be in this country.
Minnesota's already.
And that's your point.
Do you? Well,
You have no rights
What does the
whatsoever. You come
Constitution
across
say?
that
What is
I'll
borderline.
test you. What does the Constitution say about that? Do you know?
Christianity, like everybody had to like
No, not
do
really.
prayer in the morning at school?
Everyone
You want to
has the
educate on that one
right
because you could have.
to a fair trial
As long as you,
amongst a
what-
jury of their peers.
Yeah,
If
no.
you're legal,
it actually says-
if you're legal.
Well, it doesn't say that.
The law
It
doesn't
says
say-
all
Well,
citizens.
you can't pick stuff like that.
I know.
mean, it's-
But see, this is where
Can you go to Mexico? Illegal?
I've been there several times, but no, I had to tell them I could go. Yeah, I mean, you can't just.
Call them up and say, can I come to
And
Mexico?
I don't buy either side's argument for the whole immigration crisis.
You don't?
No, I don't buy the Democrat side and I don't buy the Republican side.
So where are you with the Democrats on that issue?
Doing
That's
nothing is wrong,
Okay.
but what we are doing now is also wrong.
Okay.
We need strong immigration law reform
There you go.
that paves a pathway to citizenship that is easily accessible.
That's what they
I like
trying
that.
to do.
I like that.
But that is
Well, let me tell you, when my ancestors came, I know.
I don't wanna
When
know
my
about your
ancestors came here in 1890, you know, if we had that kind of freedom, but see, with that freedom, when my ancestors came here, we didn't have to ask the government for permission, in the sense that we could start a business. My great-grandfather built a cart and could just start a business, and we didn't have to get an occupational license and all this bullshit, and there was no welfare or any of this stuff. And the reason why they came was because of the freedom. But I think part of the problem today is people are showing up looking for something.
Right.
And I think that's part of the problem.
Ellis Island.
So just bring back the freedom.
To get to the United States to become an illegal.
Well, some people were sent back if you like had a disease or something, you know. But my point is the freedom that we once had. Back then we had real money, sound gold, limited government, you know, and that's why people came here. They risked their lives to be here.
And I think
let's bring back sound money.
Right. I think that's all what we're hoping for.
Okay.
Is for an America that is safe and secure for anybody that wants to live here the right way.
The right way.
Build a bunch of Ellis Islands along the bottom and top, but
the
at
reason
the same time get rid of all the other
immigrants is because the path to citizenship is so fucked
Yeah,
up.
I agree. Yeah, the whole
path
system.
to
You just
citizenship
can't come in like what they've been doing, wide open, thousands and thousands a day.
No.
And that's why I say I don't buy either side. We need strong immigration reform.
Or whatever. I mean, if you come across any other country, they're going to shoot you. As soon as you cross the line, they're going to shoot you. Who? Go in any country. Any country you go in there illegal. They're going to get you.
You have to have
You
a
didn't have any
passport,
right
this sort of
whatsoever
thing.
to come across the line unless you were invited or
You might be detained, but you won't.
I don't know.
Never go back.
Well,
Now there's a warrant out for
Well, I come from the perspective of I want more freedom. I want more freedom.
God, you got all the freedom in the world.
No. We
got all
were
the
just
freedom
talking
in
about
the
this
world.
10 minutes ago. Wait, over the past 50 years, how much freedom have they taken?
Well, what kind of freedom are they taking away from you?
Our economic freedom, our personal freedom, I mean, and it's not
Bodily
one
autonomy.
party. I'm not on either side. I'm talking about if me and you want to do business, the government shouldn't be in the middle of that.
I agree with that.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't like the government being in my business.
That's right. Get them out of my life, you know. Right? Don't you want to be like if we decide to pull together, start a business, do you want the government taking 50, 60%
No.
of what we've created?
No.
Of course not. So here we go. Now where it's going somewhere. You know?
I vote independent because
I'm a libertarian.
neither side is right.
Yeah, I agree.
Some the left is right on some things.
That's
Oddly
right.
enough, dressed up like this, I've found
Yeah.
myself agreeing with right-wing policies from time to time.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
It's like, it just.
Well, I think
thing-
that
the
this
thing
is really
is-
healthy.
This.
Yeah,
Not
that's
the
right.
hateful, back and forth, spiteful.
Just to
fuck
look
you.
at somebody and be like, oh, I hate that guy because
No.
he's got a sign or he's
Sit
wearing a
down and
Trump,
have a conversation.
a Trump shirt. It's ridiculous. He's an American just as much as you. You know.
What's the first thing I did when I came over here? Shook your hand and introduced.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. Respect.
I didn't like your sign to begin with.
I apologize.
Fair enough. But you still shook his. You still
But you shook his hand,
That's
And I
fair
respect
enough.
you for that. Yeah. I respect you for having the respect to have this conversation and shake my hand.
Like I said, I'm not bought and paid for by anybody. I'm self-funded, and I'm not a Republican or a Democrat.
I'll check it out.
I appreciate that.
Check it out for sure.
I just started, and this was my goal, was to get out there and talk to different people and get people to talk. I'm glad that I got all four of you guys to talk.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to join in earlier, but I wasn't sure if.
Yeah, absolutely. No, hey, I understand. And everybody's so charged up all the time, and it's like, like even with me, I walk around with this. They don't know what I am, and their shoulders are up at first, and then when I start talking to them, their shoulders come down. They start to relax. They're like, okay, like he's not going to do a gotcha thing. Like that's not. A lot of the media that you see on both sides, they play the gotcha game, and they're looking to like score points. I don't care about scoring points. I'm not looking for clicks. Hey, look,
just in my experience and in my studies, a lot of the times, like especially
Nice
bigger
camera.
news outlets are there to capture the spectacle of a protest rather than to actually report on the protest and on like I guess on the substance of it would be the phrase. They're there to get quick sound bites. They're there to capture
corporate
look at
media.
All these people gathered here for a cause. Look at this.
You want to know something? Since I started this, you want to know what I've learned too? Let me tell you something about YouTube or like so-called alternative media. I've learned this, and really it was after the Charlie Kirk shooting that opened me up. Because what I've learned is, take a guy like Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson was a libertarian like myself. Then in order to get on Fox News, he had to become a Republican.
Right.
Then, in order to stay on Fox News, he had to beat Trump. Right. See what happened? Now he's got his own media. Well, here's the thing. People like him, what they do is they'll hire 15 or 20 other podcasters. You don't know that they're in there. And they'll buy a studio and they'll do all this. And they don't tell you that they're all affiliated. And a guy like me who's by himself, it's almost impossible to break through because they're taking up so much space. Because people only have so much time in a day to watch something. And it's like, I think if you're with a group, like I just said, hey, I vote libertarian. You should at least be honest about it when you're broadcast. Say, hey, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. But I hate the fact when they get on there and they're like, oh, I'm independent. No, you're not. You're going to vote for Trump every time. You're going to vote for the Democrat.
And a lot of people also claim
and they
to
take
be
a bunch of money.
Journalists, but they're getting I've been dealing with a guy called Cam Higby or Cam Higby or something like that who's from Seattle, and he goes to a lot of protests specifically to generate clicks and views for Fox News. He claims to be an independent journalist, but him and
there was another guy, I think, in San Francisco who does that. He'll sell clips to Fox News and then claim to be independent.
Right, and a lot of people claiming to be journalists also go, that's one of the things Higby does a lot, is they go and explicitly make trouble and get people
I'm not into that. You will not find me. Like I was explaining to these gentlemen, I do a lot of economic stuff because I cannot stand the fact that this generation is being ripped off. And so if I give a bad report on the economy, right, maybe somebody who's in Trump's corner might think, oh, he's just against Trump. No, I'm against the theft. I'm against our currency losing value every minute of every day.
Both parties are bought and paid for by whoever the highest bidder is, and usually it's the same
And that's
person.
what nobody fucking understands.
That's it.
Pulling the lever, change the trolley from red to blue.
It doesn't fucking matter.
I think once somebody starts with calling somebody else evil just for a different opinion, it shuts down the conversation. And I think what just happened was really healthy. And I'm glad that I was able to capture some of that. So I could show people, because I did it in Myrtle Beach. I did it in Spartanburg earlier today. This video should be up Monday. The one in Spartanburg should be up. Yeah. Please check it out. That's me. And like I said, I'm just an independent guy, and my goal is to get out there and talk to all sides and see if we can find some common ground, but at the same time educate people wherever that I can as well.
I can respect that, because another problem I have with a lot of these independent journalists on YouTube or whatever is that a lot of people go in explicitly trying to get clicks, get views, get money from it, rather than going in as a project of hey, this is what's actually happening. Here's both sides of everything.
It's unfortunate, but it's that kind of sensationalism that people live for. Let me, if you put clickbait on there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I don't know. The people who follow me tend to be people who are more open-minded and just willing to hear the other side more. So, whatever side that you're on, we're just willing to talk to other people, and I'm proud of that. Even if it's a small circle, at least it's a circle of people that are cordial with each other and not assholes to each other,
And like,
you know.
like that's the kind of people that the world needs right
There you
now.
go.
It's the people who can have a disagreement and have a conversation
And still
without
hang out
having-
afterwards
yeah,
and go,
like-
hey man, you're cool.
Right,
you
and
know?
like
Hey, let's
having
go
a
grab-
conversation
There you go.
without
I love
having
it.
an argument.
Right.
Like that's the kind of people that the world needs, especially right now with division freaking everywhere and the billionaires making bank off of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, the theft. You know, look at. We were just talking about McConnell falling in Congress. These guys stay in office. It's both sides. They stay in office so long because of the corruption. You can't even get rid of them. They're willing to die in their seat. I mean, how corrupt is that?
And that is 100%.
And like I've been watching Mamdani's campaign in New York, and a lot of the opposition to Mamdani is specifically he's too young to have any experience. We need somebody older. When the older
I think
people
that's a horrible
have been
argument.
in power since the
Look.
80s. You can go after his policies,
Right.
but a lot of the opposition I've seen is just, oh, he's brown, oh,
Can-
he's a Muslim, oh, he's only
Right,
30
and
something.
I think that's ridiculous.
And
Now-
it's absurd. It's stupid.
Look, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. I lived in Long Island, so I'm very familiar with the politics up there. And the thing is that, you know, what I try to explain to my friends up there is that basically, and this is it kind of to open up your mind to the Republican Party and how they think. Think about this. Republicans in New York, now follow this, are basically Southern Democrats.
And like,
Does that make
that's
sense?
a conversation
You have to be
because
big government Republicans to live up there.
Right, and
you
like,
have to be, or you're never going to get
and
elected.
like I've had conversations with, I have friends in like Delaware, in like Pennsylvania, and
Yeah.
Wisconsin, and they don't believe me. Like down here, like Episcopals are considered far left here, with they're barely moderates in
Right.
a place like New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, wherever. And like they find it really hard to believe that the South is that much farther to the right, where like Southern Democrats right now are like New York Republicans.
Yeah, there you go.
And New York Republicans
You
are
got
like
it.
the
You nailed
Southern
it.
idea of a socialist. And
Right.
It's, like it's really interesting, like that difference
Yeah.
in opinion.
Now I say that to some of my friends up there. They get all, oh, what are you talking about? And let me tell you something. Like the Republican who's running, Curtis Leewell, we know him. This is a guy who used to make false police reports. You could look this up. He made false police reports years ago to get attention because he wanted media attention. You know, and it's like, can you, again, if you're going to fight somebody like a Mamdani, let's just say, if you're going to square up with him in the ring, you should at least be a conservative and you should at least have some principles. Thank you.
I'll be watching videos.
Thank you. I appreciate you. God
I'll spread
bless.
it to my friends too, right?
God bless. Good talking to you. You know what I'm saying? And like, I wish I could debate him because there's so many things I would love. But when you put up spineless, lying candidates against a Mamdani, and then you have Cuomo, who's corrupt,
Right,
who
and that's one
are
of the
they going to
things-
vote for?
Right, and that's one of the things Mamdani does is Mamdani has the people on his side. Cuomo has a butt ton of money and not much else.
It's almost, think about this. Think about how Trump got in. Trump got in because of desperation.
Yeah.
People, we just got through the financial crisis. Obama got in. He put in a bunch of big government stuff. And the American people at the time, I can remember it like the Tea Party came through. People were pissed off. And so what happened was Trump fed that message. And he says, hey, I'm not a politician, blah, blah, blah. Mamdani's on the other side. Now, on his angle, hey, I'm not a politician. I'm brand new. You guys have been suffering. This is my plan. And this is what if you can't fight Trump with a Hillary Clinton,
Right,
just
you
like
gotta-
you can't fight Mamdani with Curtis Leewell.
Yeah, or
you
with
need a real
Cuomo.
candidate,
You need an actual person up there.
That's it.
Instead of somebody who's up there to hold office until he's 87
Yeah,
years old.
yeah, and the people are tired of corporatism within the government. And here's Mamdani saying, hey, you know what? We're going to bust that up there. We're not going to no longer. We're going to be slaves to this. And so, yeah, he's going to win. You can't win. You. Thank you.
But like you can't win a race against an actual person who is making it known that hey, I'm just some dude. I think I
Right.
can do a better job. when you're a politician, because like in America, one of the things that everybody does is everybody hates politicians, whether you're on the left or the right. Nobody likes politicians.
That's right.
Where can I get a drink around here?
I got some water, so I got you.
You ready?
Depression medication.
Me too, but I don't care.
Oh, I would have asked that question to Google personally.
I've got water for you.
Oh, I got a big thing of water in my bag, but I appreciate it.
Hey, I want to thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you. This will be up on Monday. I don't know if she gave you my YouTube.
Yeah, I give you permission.
What a great conversation you had. Again, when I make my reports, like this here, you'll see it.
Yeah,
Whatever you said will be there. It won't be.
What I noticed about you is that you don't want to take a side during these, and you just want everybody to hear everything.
That's it. That's all I want.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no gotcha moments. And just know that, like, a lot of my stuff is a lot on economics and stuff, because like I was saying earlier, this generation's being robbed. You know, the money, the currency you have in your pocket.
I didn't bring currency.
No,
I was afraid that if I got arrested or something, that I don't know. I was scared.
See, like this here. Like I teach people stuff like this is a note, right? This is a federal note, and it's supposed to be a receipt for something, and that something was supposed to be gold.
But the problem is now the economy is based on debt, and it's all just money doesn't
Fiat
actually
money,
mean anything. It's just
well,
numbers.
it's currency.
In a
It's not money.
yeah.
And this is the thing, the Federal Reserve, they're professional counterfeiters. I mean, there's so much I could teach about it, but
I would love to listen.
Yeah, you know, does anybody have a quarter?
I don't have my wallet.
Okay,
on me. All I've got is
so
I can imagine a quarter.
So you know how a quarter has like an edge to it? There's those ridges.
Yeah.
You know why that is?
Yeah, it's
All right,
because-
check this out.
It's because it was supposed to weigh a certain amount, and if the ridges were gone, somebody had filed off a little
There it
bit
is.
of silver.
Why? Because it was silver.
Because it was silver.
Right.
And it
You
was
see
like
this?
actual precious metal.
I was.
Do you want the sign or interrupt?
Hey, it was
No,
nice
go
meeting
ahead.
you, dude. I gotta get back
Oh,
to it. But
what
it
was your
nice
name
meeting
again?
you. I'm Anna. It's nice meeting
I'm
you.
Bobby. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I have to tell you, man, are you a makeup artist though?
She
I
did
mean, that
great.
looks great.
She did
I'm
great.
not, so I just am good at makeup.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
so.
It's great.
Thank you.
I like your glasses.
Thank
there.
you.
So like basic economics, stuff like that, to kind of educate people. So this way they're like, hey, wait a minute, we're being ripped off by both parties.
Yeah, no, exactly. And we need to come together. Your outfit is so good. Oh my god.
I love yours.
Thank you. We need to come together as people, and I could hate Trump and somebody could want to kiss him on the face.
There you go.
As long as we can agree that the government is corrupt and we need to do something about that, then
I love it.
Believe
Hey,
what you want.
I appreciate
It's
you
not
again.
going to affect
Thank you.
me.
God
Have a
bless.
nice day. Take care.
Have a good one. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
It was a pleasure's all mine. Whatever the people
Pleasure's
say.
all mine, whatever that is. Take care.
Oh, this
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm
Excuse me.
sorry.
So anyway, that I was looking forward to that. That's exactly what I've been waiting for, to get both sides talking to each other. I made it happen.
You are around the two sides. You do that.
Look, I'm glad that I made that happen. The fact that both sides could talk to each other, have a civil conversation. And actually, if you notice, people, they actually agreed on 90% of the issues. 90% of the issues they agreed with. Well, anyway, I'm now leaving Greenville. I'm leaving downtown. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go out to eat, and I'm going to go home. It's been a long day, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and hope everybody has a great rest of their day, right? Whatever you're doing, stay safe. Freedom, liberty, right? And love each other, love your neighbor, right? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Take care.